Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We have an interesting presentation coming up from you. I would like to introduce Chris. He's the founder and CEO of Seedor, Bitsurance, and SatsKeeper. He's a mechanical engineer by trade, but he has gone down the rabbit hole and is an expert on Bitcoin security. Have you ever had a $5 wrench attack done on you?
Not yet.
No, because you're about to have a $20 hammer attack.
I've brought, at current inflation rates,
Yes.
I brought what you can buy for $5 in size of wrenches.
I think my hammer beats your wrench, so yeah, we're gonna attack you. But wait, is there a solution against the wrench or hammer that you're gonna talk about in this amazing presentation?
We are insuring against the $5 wrench attack.
So we're gonna hear all about it. Thank you.
I'm Chris. Wonderful introduction. You've done your research. So, Bitsurance, the Bitcoin insurance. Who am I? I'm Chris. I do these things. Mostly make memes. I founded this company and this company. We do Bitcoin storage. We do Bitcoin inheritance. And the next logical step, because we have all these physical threats, to me was Bitcoin insurance. Like, if you have Bitcoin on an exchange, you are insured. There's depositors insurance, up to 100,000 euros in Germany. However, you have counterparty risk. That is your counterparty risk. If you have your Bitcoin on FTX, this guy biting into, I think it's a cucumber or zucchini, might rug you, and then you wait for a while, and maybe you get something back. Like the people that were rugged with Mt. Gox, they got their funds back after 10 years. If you're Bitcoin in self-custody, you have no counterparty risk, but you also have no insurance. You may say I have household insurance, but that does not cover immaterial goods. Household insurance is if you open up the roof of your house, flip it around, everything that falls out is covered, but not something like Bitcoin, something immaterial that you can't touch. This is where I live. This is not Venetia. This was in 2021. You can spot my house. Down here, this is a small creek. It's called the Kill with a Y. Usually, the water level is 70 centimeters. During one night, it suddenly became 12 meters, or 11.5. So like, I'm 6'7", 2 meters. Imagine 6 times my height. And that is the ensuing damage. You see those cars, that's this. And I sell steel wallets where you store your recovery backup. It will have survived the flood. It will not corrode. Good luck finding that. So have a plan, store it outside. But what if there was a way to insure against that? We insure against fire and water damage. We also insure against the $5 wrench attack. What is the $5 wrench attack? You've all seen the comic. Randall Munroe does it. That is the crypto nerd's imagination. Like, oh no, the laptop is encrypted. We have to build $1 million cluster to crack it. Oh, no good. It's RSA encrypted. Our plan is foiled. In reality, drug him, hit him with a $5 wrench until he gives us the password. And that is a real scenario that can happen. I've brought some crime stats. Right now, our product is live only in Germany, but we are due to expand in the European Union. To the Americans, we are in Germany, that is Germany. And we're currently here. I'm joking, we're here, just trying to see if you're still awake. These are the crime stats in 2022. Robberies, around 40,000. Dangerous serious bodily harm, 144,000. And breaking and entering, 65,000 cases, according to the police crime statistics. And in 2023, those numbers rose quite significantly. So instead of, investing in Dogecoin, you should have invested in knife crime. You're up 18% in 2023. So these things, I'm a, let's say, exposed person. Like I talk about Bitcoin, people assume that I have Bitcoin. The likelihood that I'm getting $5 wrench attacked might be higher than somebody who is into privacy and does not talk about Bitcoin publicly. Jameson Lopp has a very big GitHub repository where he's like tracking cases of Bitcoiners and crypto people being robbed. Recently, there was a big case in Sweden where crypto podcasters were robbed in their house because in Sweden, your tax your tax filings are public and your address is public, and then you see, oh, he lives there, he has that bag, and they $5 wrench attack them. But isn't there multi-sig? Like, can't I lock my keys geographically distributed? There's like Sparrow, Ankasa, Nunchuck, Liana. You can have all these great time lock setups. The thieves come in and like you start explaining, you know, actually I can't give you my coins, like this is the scenario. And you give the thief all the more reason to blow your brains out, in my opinion, because if you describe that there's nothing to take, there will be a negotiation, and it's maybe smarter if you have like, oh, I have insurance, you can take the single sig. I'm not even mentioning my multi-sig with my generational wealth, but here is a single sig hardware signer, there's the pin, it's insured up to 100,000 euros, and it's covered. All you need is like a police report afterwards, and then we reimburse you. So far, we only reimburse you in euros, because you may have a plan. You may have guns in your house, and you think, oh, if the thief comes, I will do this, and I will take out the gun and fend off and whatever. But as the great American philosopher once said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And that was Mike Tyson. Those plans fall apart. They tend to fall apart if you're surprised. And I think with Bitsurance, it's just another tool in your belt to protect yourself against the physical threats that you can't foresee. And yeah, how does it work? We are directly integrated right now with Bitbox. You can go on the Bitbox companion app. It says Versicherung or insurance down there, 2 clicks. You just put in your name, and you can decide what sub-account you want to insure. We only insure Bitcoin. I only know Bitcoin. We can't insure Monero because Bitcoin has a privacy problem, and that is to our benefit because we can, if it's stolen, trace it. There are pay-join techniques, but the privacy model of Bitcoin is so that it's not very easy to, let's say, rug pull an insurance and fingating something. We are also next week with Ledger, and soon to be integrated with Trezor, hopefully. You can already insure those if you just do like a signing of a public key of a sub-account. You can do this manually in the Trezor suite or with Electrum, then we can also insure you. We insure different tiers. So for €2.50, you can insure up to 10,000 euros. And code POW Summit gives you 5%, so you're at €2.38. You can insure multiple wallets. You can only insure per person up to 100,000 euros. So if you are a family of 5, you could theoretically insure 5 times, so €500,000 in Bitcoin in your house. Or if you have several wallets, you can have smaller sums. And yeah, it comes down to 0.3% per year. And that is my presentation. With Bitsurance, this is your hardware signer. This is fine. You're protected against water, fire, and $5 wrench attacks. And I left it open like this because I assume there are a lot of questions now, and I will try to field them. Magdalena.
Have you prevent fraud? Oh my God, I got robbed yesterday. The money got moved to the sea, but really it's my buddy's jacket.
Yes. So that's the reason why we only insure up to 100,000 euros. So in Germany, I do not believe that people would risk having to look over their shoulder for the rest of their life if they do a false police report, an insurance fraud, potentially incurring jail time if you defraud something. It might happen, but my Twitter handle is @CoinJoint. I know most of those techniques on how to do privacy transactions. It's really difficult, and forward-facing, the anonymity set might be like discombobulated. Like we all thought Samurai was doing a pretty good job. Now we don't know what happened to the servers. If you didn't run your own dojo, you don't know if that XPub has been leaked now to the FBI. If all of those transactions you thought were private can now be, yeah. It is difficult. There is potential for fraud, but we kept the insured amount, like currently it's like a little less than 2 Bitcoin. That should cover most people, I think. But it's not enough to, rug pull people. We work with an insurer that it's a renowned German back insurer that also insures fine wines, that insures gold bars. In that sense, like if there's a flooding and the wine bottles are broken, how do you know if I didn't drink them? If the gold bars are stolen, I can melt them. It's much, much easier to change that. And with Bitcoin, we can trace it. Like you insure a similar valuable asset, but you have traceability.
So if I understand correctly, you rely on the blockchain surveillance companies to mitigate the risk of fraud like this doing.
So essentially, when there's an insurance claim, we would try to do our best to, because we will pay you out, and in that moment, those Bitcoin that were stolen, that the ownership transfers to us, and we will have an incentive to track them back. If we manage to find them, we are also obligated to offer to give them back to you in exchange for the insurance payout. Depending on the price and depending if this like 5 years later occurs, this might be a good deal for you because you got your insurance payout, but actually you wanted the Bitcoin. Maybe you already bought Bitcoin with those and the price rose. And essentially we will try that, and we work with experts in the field, and that is our business proposal.
So you mentioned like kind of expanding into maybe beyond. I assume that it's very difficult to scale cross-border as an insurance company.
It depends. So insurance is very interesting. I'm a mechanical engineer, but in our company we have 3 insurance professionals that know what to do. Like there's another Lightning developer, you might know Rutsal. He's like the lead developer behind Raspberry Blitz, and like 3 insurance special professionals. And we've had a lot of conversation with insurance companies. And theoretically, some of those have worldwide coverage. Like Europe is one thing, Switzerland is another thing, the United States is another thing. But those would be the main markets we try to focus on, and this can happen with different insurers, that we can have different back insurers in different countries. The conversation entirely changed around Bitcoin around January 10th this year. Before, large insurers like Allianz, they had like a no signing anything touching crypto or Bitcoin. Like they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Suddenly Larry Fink and his boys like, oh, we have a Bitcoin ETF. That asset has a much broader acceptance, and insurance companies talk to us, and then we have like those facts. We do not insure cyber hacking. We require you to have a hardware signing device with a secure element. Sorry, there's a portal is not included. Trezor has secure elements these days. The Trezor Model 1 doesn't have that. No. Yes, specific models, but like Trezor Safe 5, Safe 4, Safe 3, those we can insure. And to my knowledge, there has not been a single case where somebody has been cyber hacked on a hardware signing device with Bitcoin. It happened with like staking tokens, it happens with Ledger Live, with all those things, but just Bitcoin and cold storage, cyber hacking exposure, inexistent. And that's what insurances also do not want to cover. That's why we don't cover. We only cover those physical threats. So similar to household insurance, but including immaterial goods. No. We have several dozen signups, and can't go into details with the claims, but the insurer that we work with, they insure caravans, they insure bicycle thefts. They are a solid company that does pay out, and the requirement is just have a police report that proves there was breaking and entering, something like that, and then we take it from there. Then again, I'm trying to improve the product if you have ideas. Like I want to improve the privacy, I want to improve the way that how it is paid. I would like to accept Bitcoin. In all my other business, I accept Bitcoin. With these insurance companies, they insist, oh, we need telegraphic transfer, SEPA, we want to see the euros. And like I could like feel that and pay you in euros and take in the Bitcoin. And I also want to pay out in Bitcoin. But that is a different conversation. Insurance companies are traditional and old, and yeah. That's how we started.
You're using the traditional insurance company as a vehicle because they have the authorization.
They are the back insurer. So if you go, for instance, to Lloyd's of London is a big insurance house, and there are different smaller insurance companies like Hiscox and Beazley, and they also like they have policies, and then they reinsure with other insurance providers because sometimes like from a risk management perspective, and we are unique worldwide with this product where we insure Bitcoin retail holders, not exchanges. This has been done, and Avatars is like insuring for Bitcoin mining rigs. We insure your Bitcoin in self-custody. So we would be a managing general agent, MGA, yeah. Oh, you're from Ampitheatre. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'd be happy to reinsure this. Who else like privacy announcements and
Bitcoin is slow and steady, and unless all 5 graybeards agree on something, or we agree on a soft fork proposal in a time window of less than 4 years, because with every halving, new people come in, and it will be much, much more difficult to have any changes whatsoever. Of course, we would adapt, we would figure out a way. Right now, I can not recommend people use Bitcoin as a privacy tool. Not like Xiaomi and eCash, Lightning maybe, custodial Lightning, not so much. But on-chain Bitcoin, I would not recommend as a privacy payment service.
Can you do businesses or just individuals?
Currently, we only do individuals, but we are also looking in bank assurance and also companies.
And also, are the seed phrase, like, say you have a hardware wallet.
Yes.
Insure seed phrase in just a BIP39, not using a synchrony or anything in a single location. Would a loss due to a compromise of the bank safe deposit box as a seed phrase be covered?
So we insure in your house, and we also insure outside of your house if it's like less than 3 months outside of your house if you're traveling with a hardware signing device. But the the seed, like we cover the hardware wallet, and if you're under duress, or if you're threatened by force, you can give up the PIN. You can save your own skin because that is then insured. So you don't have to have like look at the PIN. What we cannot insure is a human error if you make a mistake, or if somebody like reads your seed words and there's no sign of breaking and entering. Like if you have like an evil maid, or you invite somebody to your place and they see the seed phrase, and then you could not even place the time when it was stolen. But that's impossible to insure.
So you actually need to have an actual break-in and then threatening necessarily in your premises, sort of across somewhere else.
It could happen outside of your house if the theft, the robbery is outside of your house with your hardware signing there. Then you're also insured. It's called Außenversicherung. But the main threat model would be in your house. So you have to have like something to prove that that actually happened.
And it has to happen within a certain jurisdiction? If it's outside your
Worldwide. Currently, we only insure people from Germany, but this can happen worldwide.
So you go to a conference and you're wearing your wallet because you want swag. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, like all the people with a ledger around their neck, you know, those people. That's our demographic. No, don't do that.
But you can.
Don't risk it. Thank you for your attention.
All right. Got
If you like my design, you can have a transparent sticker for your laptop. You can grab it here.